Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Get Good. My name is Ian Young, your host for today, and today this is the last episode of the Get Good series of this year of 2021. We've done a lot this year, and this is the final episode of the year. Very exciting. And today I have special guest Eliza joining me. Eliza, how are you doing today?
Good.
So, Eliza, today we're going to talk about volunteering. So, especially your experience volunteering at RCD. So, just relax and we're just going to have a brief chat for about 10-12 minutes. And feel free to answer as honestly and as straightforward as you can. Just if you can't answer, that's fine. We'll just skip the question.
Mm-hmm.
So my first question for you, Eliza, is, please tell us about yourself to our viewers, who you are and what you do at RCD.
Well, I'm Eliza. I'm a student at Langara, and at RCD, I'm a volunteer for the meditation class on Wednesdays, and I just help organize the Zoom meetings.
Awesome. So when you say meditation class, Zoom meeting, what's the format like? Seems like you come into the center and you also deal with Zoom. How does that work?
So the meditation class is a hybrid class. So half of the participants are in the center and then the other are online, and I just help them admit them into the meeting and share like the screen and stuff like that to help Dave out.
Okay. So the coordinator in charge of the meditation class is Dave, and you help with the Zoom portion of the class. And meanwhile, it is a hybrid class, so there are people inside the actual classroom in our activity room, and that Dave interacts with them while you interact with the people from Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wow, that seems like it's a lot of work, and on top of that, you are in charge of sharing the music, sharing the video through Zoom.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in terms of volunteering, how did you find us, and what made you choose RCD?
So for school, I have to do like a certain amount of hours, and I was looking on Indeed for some places that I can volunteer at, but I couldn't really find much. So I looked and researched like in places in my area, and I found RCD, and I emailed Ian about any openings, and he told me that there was some classes that I could volunteer for, and he assigned me to the meditation class. And what was the other question?
And what made you choose RCD? Like, there should be a lot of different organizations out there looking for volunteers, and what made you choose us?
For RCD, I really liked their values, and I liked that they're very inclusive and that they help people with disabilities fulfill their potential.
I see. Very cool. Now, I see a lot of young people volunteering. You mentioned a little bit about the hours, but still, I see a lot of young people, after achieving their hours, they continue to volunteer. So what motivates you? And I guess, you consider a young person yourself. What motivates you to do volunteering work?
I think I just have like a really I'm very passionate about helping others, and I think a lot of younger people feel the same way too, and it makes it easier for them because there are a lot of options out there that pertain to like their future career or their hobbies and interests. So it really motivates them and interests them to keep going.
I see. Thank you. And my next question is regarding the actual volunteer work. What is the most rewarding And what is the most challenging aspect of volunteering? Not just at RCD, but if you have done volunteer work elsewhere, what are the most rewarding and most challenging aspect of that?
For the rewarding part, I think it would be just to like help put a smile on people's faces and to make people's day better. And for the challenging part, I think it can be a little bit intimidating and scary to do something new and different. But I think just to put yourself out there helps, and to just
And but basically, once you get started,
Yeah.
everything is much easier, right? You're just adopting a new routine.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Now, you're going to school as well. How do you balance volunteering with your schooling and other things that's going on in your life?
Well, it can get like pretty stressful and overwhelming sometimes, but I think having like good time management skills and prioritizing what's important, and just being like kinder and easy on yourself really helps.
Okay, so having good time management and take it easy, and basically that's the secret of you volunteering. Very cool. Let's talk about COVID. I know it's always a tough topic to touch on because in the past 2 years, COVID changed our life a lot. So how did COVID change your life, especially when we're talking about volunteering? What's volunteering like during COVID?
I'd say that there's like a lot of limitations, and because things have like switched online and there's like Zoom, so maybe it might not be as like stressful as if like you had a bigger workload going to like things in person.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you feel that having the online aspect is actually less stressful compared to more of the in-person volunteering.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So for you younger folks, I think dealing with the online applications like Zoom and Google Meets and so on, much easier for you guys. But I think for other folks, and we see that from the attendance of our activities, for the folks that are not as young, they actually have quite a bit of difficulty when connecting with us, literally connecting with us. But yeah, okay, that's good too. I like the online aspect, and right now we're dealing with a lot of the hybrid classes, and all of a sudden I find myself setting up cameras and lighting a lot while having the class in front of you. So it's an interesting challenge. A lot of people, they don't realize, oh yeah, just log in onto Zoom and then have the class in front of you. Yeah, do two things at once. It's actually very difficult. That's why we need a volunteer like Eliza to help conduct the class. Okay, very cool. Eliza, you what are you studying again?
Social work.
Social work. Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about what your future goals are, perhaps after graduating?
So right now I'm just taking credits at Langara to transfer to UBC's social work program. And for the future, I think I definitely want to do something with kids and like their behavior and even their mental health, and just helping them with that.
Okay, that's a long road ahead of you, but a very noble one for sure. And I wish you all the best. And final question from me is, do you have any advice for people who are thinking about volunteering?
I would just say to put yourself out there and to just not be afraid to do something new, and even if you're hesitant on it, because it could really, you might end up enjoying it, and it might end up interesting you.
Okay, very good. Well, the saying goes, give it a go, right? Like worst case scenario is, you stop after several months, volunteering just, didn't work out for me and not with my schedule at least, then you can try something else. But without trying, then you don't know what it's like.
Yeah.
I always find that volunteering helped a lot for me, at least, in my communication. And I'm not always a talkative person, but through volunteering, I was able to get that communication skills and work better with people. Very cool, Eliza. I think this is all the time we have for today. So, folks, again, this is the very last episode of Get Good for 2021. We're going to take a break after this. Starting next year, we have a new schedule for the Get Good episodes. I will put that on our YouTube page, so you're not going to miss a thing. So for now, this is the time we say goodbye. Have a nice year, and I'll see you all next year. Have a good one.